From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Morning Edition.
And thank you for joining us this morning. It's Thursday, March 21st.
Let's get started.
We're in the process of reaching out to those voters to make sure that they are in fact the ones that sent in those ballots.
One Bay Area political race proving every vote counts. How tight is the race in the 11th hour of ballot counting in one district? Count your fingers. The details ahead.
Feels like we're very much doing this with our ancestors, with our community, with our people. We're not alone in doing this, and I think that's the best part of it.
It's what you didn't learn in history class and probably should have. The new intersections between cultures in our farm labor community and how a new musical tells the Bay Area story long untold. And basketball brackets and the number 64. Are you mad about the madness in March? Join us as sports unites our community.
Well, good morning, everybody. We're going to talk a little bit later about how sports unites our communities, both with the men's and the women's tournaments. There is a science to this. It's called bracketology. Are you doing it?
Yeah, I'm Nicole Zalumis. Do you think if people are calling out sick today, their bosses are wondering how big of a basketball fan they are and what their alma mater is? Something for bosses waking up this morning. Check your employees' alma mater when they're playing on the schedule, and
There you go, a little science to
look into
figuring
a
it
little
out
bit.
too, huh?
This isn't my first March Madness read. All right, let's take a live look outside on this Thursday morning, and it's crazy out there for basketball fans, but it's a beautiful day as you're waking up here in the Bay Area. Not for long, though, Jessica.
Some big changes right around the corner for us heading into our weekend forecast. Remember last weekend when it was sunny and beautiful and literally everyone was outside? I feel like that's not the case for us this weekend. It's actually going to look a lot different for us heading into the weekend forecast. Luckily, when we see the rain icons on our phones as we're scrolling through thinking, oh no, it's going to be a complete washout, it's not going to be a huge washout by any means, but we are expecting some drizzle at times and cloudy skies and gloomy conditions as we head into the first couple days of the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday it starts to taper off just a little bit. But let's dive into our weather headlines this morning. It is still cool and cloudy. There was a little bit of patchy fog up in the North Bay. It's starting to dissipate though as the sun starts to rise. We'll continue to see passing clouds throughout the forecast today, kind of acting like a blanket over the Bay Area as we gear up for some rain returning into the forecast Friday. And that system is still sitting well offshore right now. Here we are right here in the Bay Area. As we head into our Friday forecast, that area of low pressure circulates its way in, bringing in snow to the Sierra, rain back here in the Bay, and gusty conditions everywhere in between. It's also going to drop our temperatures down significantly. Today we're still having 70s in the forecast off into our East Bay. By Saturday, we're talking about upper 50s around the corner. So a big difference for us just in a matter of 2 days. Now here's that blanket of clouds that we're seeing for us this afternoon. I'm going to time out that rain for you coming up in just a bit, but let's start off talking about today a little bit more. Today is the last day we're going to be seeing those 70s in areas like, okay, not Concord anymore. We're now in the upper 60s there, but Antioch's a good example. Low 70s there, upper 60s in our Redwood City area along the peninsula. That coastal flow that moves in from offshore, it'll be a little bit breezier, giving us some cooler weather today. And down into the Santa Clara Valley, where we're not really impacted by that coastal breeze, we're going to be seeing partly cloudy skies in the 70s into this afternoon for our daytime highs. We'll have more on what you can expect, though, with that rain coming up in just a bit. I'll let you know how much you can expect and how long it's going to last in your local communities. But for now, over to you, Reed.
All right, so let's talk about people driving into San Francisco this morning. This is a live look at the Bay Bridge and the view above the toll plaza as traffic stretches well past those metering lights since they have now been turned on. And another look from the maze as we see more of that traffic build up there. Just people slowing down to accommodate the driver ahead of them. Same amount of traffic over at the San Mateo Bridge as we can see our drivers slowly making their way from 880 over to Highway 101, Nicole.
Well, another heartbreaking development in the violent and deadly weekend crash in San Francisco's West Portal neighborhood. We've learned the entire family involved in the accident has died. Police tell us the 3-month-old baby who initially survived died in the hospital yesterday. His mom, dad, and 1.5-year-old brother died over the weekend when a speeding SUV hit them as they waited for a bus to the zoo. The 78-year-old driver is facing multiple charges, including vehicular manslaughter. Defense attorney Tony Brass isn't representing her, but says the whole thing could end without a jail sentence.
There's really no real consolation to give. The best you can do is to give sort of a predictable closure. You can say to the district attorney, like, look, we're not going to trial on this case. They don't have to ever relive this. We are going to try to resolve this in a way that makes sense, given that imprisoning somebody who is around 80 years old makes little sense for anybody.
At last check, the driver, Mary Fong Lau, is still in the hospital. Police say she was driving the wrong way and showed no signs of braking before hitting the bus bench. Election results are coming in. The statewide ballot measure, Proposition 1, has passed. The bond measure, backed by Governor Gavin Newsom, would allow the state to borrow more than $6 billion to build thousands of housing units and mental health treatment facilities. The measure barely passed. Just fractions of a percent separated the vote. Newsom posted on X saying it's a huge victory for tackling homelessness in the state and the biggest change California has seen in decades. Now he says it's time to get to work repairing decades of broken promises and neglect. Well, we're still keeping our eyes on the South Bay's District 16 congressional race, and so far it's proving why every vote matters. More than 2 weeks after the primary, we still have a razor-thin margin separating the second and third spot. Evan Lowe and Joe Simidian have just 3 votes separating them, not 300, 3. Whoever eventually wins will face Sam Liccardo in November in the race to replace retiring Congresswoman Anna Eshoo.
Slam dunk to March Madness. The fun is finally here with the first round of 64 in the men's NCAA college basketball tournament starting in just hours. The women's contests start tomorrow. The Madness puts the Gales men's team in the first round of the NCAA tournament. In fact, you can see via our helicopter shot there a fun send-off. Fans sending the team off for Spokane to ground on Grand Canyon University. Listen. Hey, in the Evan Lowe thing, we need to say who's up or who's down. Good morning to you, diehard fans. For years, we cheer with you. Players Chris Howell and Randy Bennett are feeling the love.
Just knowing that support is there behind us, it's our motive, you know. We play for one another, but we also play for everybody that's behind us. So
you just don't get this very many times in life, so you better enjoy it.
Oh, the fans finding their way to Spokane. That game against Grand Canyon tips off at 7 tomorrow night.
All right, but we can't forget about our Stanford women. The college basketball team will also be representing Northern California in the tournament. The 2 seed will play Norfolk State tomorrow at Maples Pavilion. And meanwhile, you still have time to fill out your bracket this morning. Yesterday, our Matt Lively needed some help filling out his bracket, so he hit the streets of San Francisco to get some advice. And people clearly knew college hoops, and others had never even heard of March Madness. But together, they helped Matt fill out the people's bracket.
I don't even know what that is.
You don't know what the Final Four is?
No.
All right, you're making our Final Four pick. UConn, Baylor.
Baylor.
How much college basketball do you watch?
None, absolutely none.
All right, so you're the expert for this.
It's got to be Gonzaga.
You're going Gonzaga?
I'm going Gonzaga.
Why?
Because it's got a cooler name.
See, I feel like he's a coach in that hoodie with his whiteboard, and we're drawing things up. Yeah, he is Coach Matt Lively, coaching us on some March Madness, and you went to some experts as well.
I did. We want to get as many opinions as we can in there, and I went back to school, so I've been quizzing you all morning. So here's this hour's question. In the women's tournament last year, Final Four, how many 1 and 2 seeds?
I hate questions like this because I feel like I should know the answer because of my background, and I never know the answer.
Yeah, this is like asking Jess who David Bowie was. This is a setup.
We don't need to talk about that.
Time's up. Yeah.
Okay.
So the answer is that there were a few, and this is what we've been talking about all morning, is that there are more upsets in the men's tournament than there are in the women's tournament, and we do see the higher seeds on the women's side tend to make it further along. And so I spoke to a professor at San Francisco State University who basically said, yep, that's the conventional wisdom. It is much harder to pick a perfect bracket or even get a good one on the men's side because of those upsets. You have more bracket busting games there. And this professor said that really this is done with the math that he has taken to prove it. So take a look at, as folks getting ready to do their brackets, keep this in mind that he studies connections and future performances based on completing any kind of task, even just cooking dinner with your mom over and over again. But let's talk about college basketball and being in a tournament. How could you have that perfect bracket? No one has yet. His research shows that you're more likely to have a chance on the women's side because historically, over 20 years, there have been less upsets and low-seeded teams moving forward. So especially on the men's side, what we're trying to say is that there is a math to the madness.
There's enough randomness in the process, which is why I don't think there will ever be a perfect bracket, because the probability of creating that perfect bracket is so difficult. There's so much randomness, even on the women's side, that it's so hard to get that perfect bracket.
And so another way to think about this is people are just getting better and we're having more evenly matched teams. Think about the first time we saw a 15 seed beat a 2 seed, and then we eventually saw a 16 seed beat a 1 seed. So we're having that evenness, so there are going to be more upsets, and it's just going to be harder to get that perfect bracket.
And I'm glad this is like a gardening segment. We're talking about seeds, you know?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
No.
Not quite. Not quite.
I wonder if there are people out there that do multiple brackets, so when one is busted, they just put it in the trash, and then they pin up the next one, and they're like, look at how smart I am, I'm still alive.
You would do the one where you have your alma mater going all the way, and then the one where you're like, no, that team's really good. Exactly.
But do you tell people that your bracket's busted, or you pretend like you just did one and you're smart and you're a genius?
Yeah, you just run with the one that gets you further along.
So what's yours?
Okay, so let's look at mine, which doesn't prove anything that I've just said. If we look at my bracket, we will see that I didn't listen to the professor. I did fill it out first, and I have high seeds going all the way. I do like to show that I have some representation with Arizona, the West Coast. Also, I don't think that Houston has always been a powerhouse. I tried to reward the powerhouses earlier in the bracket, and then ultimately came up with this.
So you weren't here last week when we looked at brackets and what it said about your dating, but I just want to throw this out there. Cougars, mature, Wildcats, feisty. I think we have a glimpse into Sean's dating life.
The animal.
All right, let's get to my dating bracket here, which we know it's not, well,
Huskies and Devils.
I guess it is, you know, as interesting as Sean's dating life. You know, we got a devilish Wildcat in the final there. No, but I chose emotionally because my brother, Duke alma mater, Oregon Ducks. I've covered the Ducks in the Pac-12, and so you see a Pac-12 or former Pac-12 influence.
Repping hard.
I like the dating lens, so let's look at mine. What does mine say about me?
Home. It says you want comfort.
Yep, and that's why that's why I'm married to somebody I went to elementary, junior high, high school.
I love this.
But in the end, St. Mary's Gales, I say we're going to take it because I'm very loyal to the locals, right?
And you guys live here now, so it makes sense.
What about you, Jess?
Well, speaking of the locals, I'm from Nevada, so I thought that was a good pick until my producer laughed in my face that morning. But one thing that Sean did teach me, and I was so embarrassed last week when I showed this originally, because I was like, I picked all the low seeds. Yeah. But now I feel
this is a good bracket.
And
this could be the one.
This is it.
I'm feeling like dating Boilermakers, hot, Wolfpack, wild.
I think you've got some good energy there on the dating side as well.
Liz needs to watch out for her bracket this year. Mine might win.
You're coming for her.
That's a new way to look at it. Maybe Matt Lively should have led with that out there, doing the people's bracket. What does your bracket say about your dating life? Sean Chitness, thank you so much.
All right, if you need help with your dating life, filling out your bracket, in just a few minutes, we're going to be chatting with San Jose's Mayor Matt Mahan about his bracket picks. And here are the big games that you can watch on CBS today. First up, Mississippi State versus Michigan State. That's at 9:15 a.m. And then top-ranked North Carolina versus Wagner at 11:45. Later in the day, we have Kentucky versus Oakland at 4:10 and Texas Tech versus North Carolina State at 6:40.